And when I was a kid, this is true, I found a baby beaver walking up the street in front of my house. And I picked it up and took it home and asked my dad if we could keep it in the bathtub. And he said, "That's crazy. A beaver wouldn't be happy living in the bathtub." And as an adult, I realized, of course, he was right. Beavers prefer the shower head. One of my favorite short films is about a hairdresser who relocates problematic beavers. And it's actually fascinating. Some of you know where I'm going with this. They're a keystone species, and they can build a whole ecosystem, that hosts all kinds of plants and animals from just stopping up a rainwash in the desert. But it did get me wondering, what makes a beaver problematic? Just like, why did you talk to her for so long? Did you take out the trash yet? Your dick is too small. Just relocate her. So there's just like annoying women walking around the desert looking for wood. Last time I was in a hotel room, I ordered a film, and it was described as, it was called Hundreds of Beavers. And it was described by IMDb as a black and white, low budget, low dialogue film about a drunk fur trapper who needs to defeat hordes of beavers to protect his business. So you can see why I thought it was a porno. I ate beaver once at a wild game dinner in Connecticut. I've eaten pussy twice, but beaver only once. And it's not that I like pussy better than beaver, it's just that it's easier to get. I've been dating a little bit. I think, though, popular culture has ruined real men for us. David Gates sang, "I would give everything I own to have you back again." And Jeff Buckley said, "My kingdom for a kiss upon her shoulder." But Pepe Le Pew said, "Lady, feminine, female girl, skunk, you are so beautiful, you smell like the spring blooms that bloom in spring. Oh, j'amour, j'adore, c'est l'amour, c'est toujours. Oh, baby, we can spend the rest of our lives making love. We shall flee to Capri. How lonesome I have been without you." So. The men around here, though, on the dating apps, they're always holding something they've killed in their pictures, like a fish or a deer, an ex-wife, just holding her by the hair, exaggerating how tall she is and how much she weighs. I like to watch this show called Naked and Afraid, which is a survival show in the wilderness, and they give you a personal survival rating, which is updated throughout the show. And I watched an episode where a woman apologized to a man for snapping at him, and shortly after that, they upgraded her PSR. And I thought, that makes sense. She's more likely to survive if he doesn't want to strangle her. I went to a fortune teller who, she read my palm, and she said, although I would be quite successful in business, I wouldn't find love. And I'm a white woman, so I said, "Fuck you, I am love." And then I reflected that it does seem harder to find someone who fits into my life as I get older. And sometimes I'm a little confused about where I am in the life phases of a woman. You know, they talk about the maiden, the mother, the crone. And it's confusing because although I very much enjoy being called a good girl by an older man, I also really like being called mama by a younger man. So I think there's different parts of me stuck in different life phases. I tried the friends with benefits thing. It's okay, but I would really like to fall in love. And so, unless the benefits he brings are a 401k and health insurance. Which brings me back to Canada. Did you know know that when a Canadian baby is born, they don't say when, they say a. And when a Canadian woman comes, she doesn't say, oh, God, yes. She says, A, Justin Trudeau, for sure. And when she dies, she says, thanks for the medical assisted suicide, and also, oh my God, there's beavers in heaven. Thank you, I'm Lindsay Mark.
Oh.